All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you again for spending your Wednesday evening with us. And I'm thrilled to be your guide on this journey into the fascinating world of pooled funds. I'd like to appreciate the 25 participants that we have tonight. And I'll be talking about Investing Made Easy, a guide to pooled funds. Now, before we discuss things further, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I'm one of the lucky ones in life kasi pagkapanganak ko pa lang po, meron na agad akong Billones. Again, my name po is JP Billones. I used to have an above average paying job pero for some reason, I was not able to save up money and I was even drowning in debt. However, other people didn't seem to have any problem with handling money. So I asked myself, ano ba yung ginagawa ng mga taong may pera na hindi ginagawa ng mga taong baon sa utang? And that question led me to become a personal finance and investment literacy advocate. My passion and purpose is to help more Filipinos appreciate the value of saving their hard earned money and consider investing to achieve their financial goals. I currently serve as the business development section head for the Mindanao desk of First Metro Securities. And as you can see from my professional certifications, yung circle of competence ko revolves around the topics of saving, budgeting, financial goal setting, investing in stocks, pooled funds, bonds, and active trading using technical analysis. And this year, I also became a bona fide member of the Finance Educators Association. Now, I just want to uh, parang ano no, raise parang someone chatted me dito sa chat box via PM lang to host and panelist. Napangasawa niya daw po is Billones din. So ano yun, no? Naka-auto inheritance but yun, apelido pa lang but let's see if we can make it to reality. All right. Now, over the years, I've had the privilege of working with FirstMetroSec, wherein our goal po is not just about financial success, but also about empowering individuals like yourself with the knowledge and tools needed to make informed investment decisions. Most especially us from the Business Development and Market Education team, we get to inspire people to upgrade yung mga money management skills nila and create awareness of investment opportunities na legitimate, affordable, and accessible. And this is one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight, which is pooled funds. Now, before we embark on this learning journey together, I'd love to know more a bit about you. No, I just want to know where you are coming from tonight. The 29 participants we have right now. Can you please type in the chat box what city you are joining us tonight? Or maybe if nasa labas kayo ng Pilipinas, what country? No, baka just in case may mga OFWs and I think meron po someone here from Kuala Lumpur. We have people as well from Manila, La Union, Bohol, Bacolod City. Yan, Baguio, yan, Laguna. Yan, dami. Malabon, Cavite. Yan, so ang dami, no? Many of you are from the Luzon area, but I also see people from Visayas and I think may ano ako, no, parang kababayan and I think I know this person personally, no? From ano from Davao City siya. No? So, hi there and hope to see you around, sir. Yan, another person from Cebu, no? So maayong gabi diha sa mga Bisaya speaking people, no? So yan, welcome everyone to this webinar tonight. And I'm happy to see no na ito yung power ng technology kasi kahit saan tayo, we are able to add value and learn from each other. Now, allow me to share some of my highlights din sa experience ko. Schools and academic organization tap us to educate students how to effectively manage their allowances so that they have the basic skills on how to become financially stable and hopefully they got to start building assets at a very young age. So, not only schools but also government agencies, the likes of Department of Trade and Industry, the Bureau of Fire Protection, the Department of Education, Bureau of Treasury for bonds, and Embassy of the Philippines. No, we sometimes collaborate with them to promote financial literacy And dito as well sa Davao City, parang we recently had a collaboration with TESDA, no? So hopefully we get to bring financial literacy to more government agencies. And on top of that, we are also invited by private institutions like Greenwich, Jollibee, Deloitte, no? So, kahit sa private sector, we get to teach them about how to handle financial challenges, no? Usually, pag mga panahon ng mga bonuses, sometimes they encourage their employees to attend financial literacy sessions para hindi lang gastos yung naiisip sa pera, no? There are really things you can do from saving for your emergency fund and even investing for your future goals. Now, lastly, I've had the privilege of conducting seminars, no, for the general public via external invitations, mapa-expo ba yan siya, or mga internal sessions like this na we get to conduct webinars to all who are interested to learn. All right? Yan. All right. So thank you, no. Some of you are sending their greetings. We have more people from OFWs, no, from Bangkok, no. So thank you, no. Thank you for attending tonight. Okay. Now for tonight, we're going to talk about, no, it brings us back to our discussion again tonight, which is again investing made easy. I hope I'm able to guide you about pooled funds. Now, for tonight, we're going to talk about the following. First, what are the hurdles ba pag nagsisimula tayong mag-invest? Second, paano ba makakatulong yung investment funds sa atin? Third, paano tayo mag-invest sa mga pooled funds via FirstMetroSec, which is actually located sa FundSmart. And lastly, I'm going to teach you how to effortlessly build wealth. Now, if meron po kayong mga questions regarding my presentation, feel free to ask sa Q&A. Mamaya meron po tayong Q&A portion. I hope we have enough time for your Q&A, so feel free to drop them there para ma-address natin mamaya. So with this, I hope I have managed your expectations already and what you're going to learn. And I think by now, you probably appreciate na, no, by attending this webinar. I know you see the value of investing already. However, investors like you and me, we usually face these hurdles and challenges when we are about to invest. So the first hurdle talaga is time, no? Lalo na in this day and age, very fast-paced yung society natin. Lahat po tayo are busy trying to make a living, and after we fulfill our daily job-related na mga responsibilities, syempre pag-uwi natin ng bahay, we want to give time to our loved ones and even ourselves, no? Gusto na rin natin makapag-relax. But at the background, no, alam natin yung value ng investing sa atin, sa buhay natin, lalo na sa finances natin. And we have to invest in order to achieve our financial goals. So the question now is, may paraan ba na we are able to invest and at the same time enjoy life? So that's the balance that we're trying to ask and check, no, kung meron bang solution for that. Now, let's move forward to the second hurdle pag nagsisimula tayong mag-invest, which is actually skill and experience, no? When we are starting to invest pa lang, we probably realize na parang kulang pa tayo ng knowledge and skill. Para number one, makahanap tayo ng good opportunities para kumita ng pera sa capital markets. And likely, kung wala pa tayong skill, that's probably because wala pa tayong experience to manage our own investment portfolio, no? Again, we can build an investment portfolio, pero syempre there are ways na we can optimize the long-term potential returns of our investments. So again, parang we are now thinking again, is there a way for us to use the skill and experience of professionals na yung tipong sila na lang yung mag-invest and magpapatubo ng pera for us? So that's the thing that we're trying to ask, no? Kasi if this is our hurdle, what solution can we offer? Now, third hurdle that I'm going to raise in this session is that to start investing, no? Syempre, no, may initial investment 'yan. And actually, like right now, you're already investing in a sense that you're giving time to learn about pooled funds. But syempre, when you are going to invest na, meron talaga yan siyang initial investment. Now, I know alam niyo na mas maganda talaga na diversified yung portfolio natin. So ibig sabihin yan, we have low risk investments from deposits, We have medium term like mga bonds and long term investments like stocks. Now, if you're going to build a diversified portfolio directly, you'll probably need around 100,000 pesos, no, as your initial investment. Now, unfortunately, hindi po tayo lahat, no, have that much money to start with, no? Lalo na siguro if may mga students who are listening tonight, 'di ba? Syempre, pag estudyante ka pa, kahit in as much you like to invest, parang wala kang that much money. Again, not all, 'di ba? So siguro, another question that we're going to raise tonight is there a way for us to invest in a diversified portfolio kung ang budget natin is just 1,000 pesos, no? Siyempre, grabe yung disparity niyan from 100,000 to 1,000 pesos. Now, there are more hurdles, but I'm going to highlight three tonight, which is again, many of us lack, number one, we have busy lifestyles and wala tayong oras. Number two, sa simula, no? Probably hindi pa tayo masyado confident when it comes to our experience and skill. And yung usual talaga, no, yung hurdle sa pag-start is that yung investable funds natin, we feel na parang kulang siya in order to build your own diversified portfolio. Now, ano kaya yung pwedeng solusyon to these problems, no? So this leads me to my first step, no, on how to build wealth effortlessly. So number one that I'd like to recommend is to outsource investing. So tipong hanap tayo ng paraan to save yourself time, effort, and money. Siguro we can allow professionals do what they do best, and we can do that through investment funds or pooled funds. So how do they actually work, no? So money from various investors are actually pulled together, kaya tawag siya pooled fund. And itong fund na to, they make up a basket of, depende sa strategy ng fund, no? Usually niyan, minimix yan ng manager, either in liquid cash, paminsan may exposure sa bonds, paminsan may exposure sa stocks, either mix siya or specialization lang talaga, puro bonds, puro stocks, or paminsan, again, combination ng lahat. Now, ang maganda lang po dito sa hold on. I'm getting a comment here na medyo naglalag daw ako. Hold on. I think okay naman po yung internet ko. I'm connected to a fast Wi-Fi. All right. Sige, let me know if I'm naglalag din po ako sa iba, but I think I'm good, no? I'll do a speed test later if uh, ayan, may nag-ano naman, clear naman daw on their end. So thank you for raising that up, no? Again, any concerns you have, let's try to check if ano. So I'm happy na clear naman sa iba. Okay, balik po tayo dito sa discussion natin ng investment funds. Again, combination siya or specialization, puros bonds, puros stock siya. Now, maganda dito is that nagagamit natin yung skill and experience ng fund manager kasi nga yung pagbili or pagbenta ng mga underlying securities or investments, ginagawa na yun siya ng fund manager depende sa strategy niya. Now tayo, as an investor to that fund, yung ownership natin is represented by the number of shares that we hold in that fund. No? So we are buying shares of that fund. Now if yung value ng underlying securities are actually increasing, for example, tumataas yung value niya, then tumataas din yung value ng shares natin. And we get our returns in that manner, yung tipong pwede natin siya ibenta at a much higher price kasi yung value ng lahat ng assets na pinag-investa ng fund manager, nag-increase din siya over time. Okay, so I hope naintindihan po, very simple talaga yung concept ng investment funds. We are letting the professionals do what they do best. Now, one attractive advantage of investment funds is that they have low capital requirements, no? Actually, I think funds are really designed, no, na para maging more financially inclusive tayo, no? So, noon, I actually when I first asked about this stuff, no, way years back, no, the minimum required daw is 100,000, no? So, syempre that time, no, may 100 pesos ako pero wala akong 100,000. So, through the years, I've seen the financial services industry improve as well na nas nagiging inclusive siya kasi bumaba 'yon from 100,000, naging 50,000, naging 25,000, naging 10,000, naging 5,000. Ngayon, meron ng 1,000. So imagine, no, you can expose your portfolio to the top 30 blue chip Philippine stocks. No? Again, kung gagawin mo yun siya on your own, bibili ka ng minimum number of shares for each of these stocks, then you'll probably need around 100,000 pesos, no? Pa-minimum number of shares each. Tapos babalansehin mo pa yung weights depende sa balancing ng PSE, 'di ba? But again, not all of us has 100,000 to start with, and even not all of us have the time to monitor 30 stocks, 'di ba? So dito pumapasok yung advantage ng investment funds kasi again, for investment funds, you can actually start for as low as 1,000 pesos only. Meron diyan mga equity index funds na pwede kayong magsimula sa 1,000 pesos. So imagine yung 1,000 pesos mo, naka-ano na siya, diversify na siya to that many. Again, this is possible kasi hindi lang ikaw yung nag-i-invest, marami ding nag-i-invest diyan. So parang you are taking part in that fund, no, or pooled fund, 'di ba? So lalo na po sa mga beginners, no? Ako I started with these funds as well kasi yun yung nag-make sense na yung tipong I can try to trade stocks or invest in stocks directly. Kaya naman yun siya sa FirstMetroSec. Pero again, if you want to diversify, no, diversify yung risk mo, your 1,000 pesos in two stocks, two companies, less diversified yan siya than your 1,000 pesos invested in 30 stocks through a mutual fund or a UITF. No? So again, pag ganito kasi ginagawa natin, we are reducing the potential risk because with your 1,000 pesos, you are instantly diversified even with just a small initial investment. Okay? So that's one of the things na na-appreciate ko talaga when I was starting to invest. No? So you ano lang, just to get the ball rolling, makapagsimula ka na mag-invest. No? So yan, this might be a good start for beginners. Now, syempre, nagbabago yung performance ng fund day in, day out. This is actually updated daily. No? Daily yung pricing po ng mutual funds and UITFs or any of the pooled funds. And you can actually decide, no, to subscribe or redeem your investment fund shares anytime. So, ibig sabihin nito, relatively liquid yung investment. No? So, yan, that's one of the advantages of investment funds, no? Na tipong liquid siya. If kailangan nyo i-turn into cash yung investments nyo, then you can sell it at any time, no? So, though sa stock market, medyo liquid pa din siya, but may tinitingnan ka, may volume ba na gusto to buy at the price that you like to sell your shares, 'di ba? So may maganong element. Now, best of all, investment funds are legal kasi these are registered and highly regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission for mutual funds, while yung BSP naman or Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas for unit investment trust funds. Okay? Now, your investments are also professionally managed by the top investment fund providers sa country. So, mamaya, papakita ko yung mga different fund providers available sa platform namin, but you probably know our sister companies, si First Metro Asset Management. You're probably familiar with ALFM, PhilEquity, ATR Asset Management, Sun Life Asset Management, and even Manulife Investment Management. No? So, all of these, no, fund providers, these are the fund providers, the funds that they provide, no, are all available through FundSmart, no. So si FundSmart po is our one-stop shop for the best performing funds, and this is conveniently located within your First Metro Securities platform. So siguro, no, noon baka medyo ano, iba-iba yung nakakausap nyo when you have investments in these funds kasi nga noon separate siya. But if you like the convenience na naka-consolidate yung mga investments mo, whether saan ka man naka-invest dito ng mga funds nila, if you want the convenience of accessing it just within your FirstMetroSec platform, along with your stocks na mga investments, then you might consider investing through the platform. And there are actually many mutual fund out there or even mga pooled funds, be it mutual fund ba siya or UITF, there are many types out there. Pero yung tanong talaga ngayon is, ano ba yung appropriate for you? So I'm going to go through each of them. No? So first, for conservative investors, no, again, for people na hindi sila masyado, medyo takot sila to take high amount of risk. Gusto lang nila na tumubo yung pera nila a bit. They're not expecting high returns. They just want a place to park their money that's getting better rates than your regular na savings account. Money market mutual funds or pooled funds are appropriate for you. So usually itong mga pooled funds are invested in mga time deposits, treasury bills, mga short-term bonds. So because of that, it's considered to be relatively low risk investment. No, again, there's still risk pero low risk siya. But because of the low risk function, the potential returns is not that high as well. So relatively low siya. No, but again, most people use the money market fund as a parking facility, no? And siguro for further appreciation, I'm going to share with you. I think I can get my laser pointer. Now again, these are the money market pool funds available through the platform. And what I did here is I got the top 5 performing as of September 30, 2024. So as you can see, the top 5 na mga money market pooled funds, more than 3% yung year-to-date performance nila as of September 30. No? So again, if you have some money na, for example, gusto mong ipalago siya konti, no? Na if you have placements in other instruments that's giving you lower, you can consider to park them yung portion niya in a money market fund. Now, I mentioned kanina that it's relatively low risk na investment because, for example, I'm going to highlight lang the top performer right now, which is Manulife investment management, no? Yung MIMTC. They have a money market fund, no? Manulife Money Market Fund. Ang investment objective nito is it seeks to preserve capital and generate income by investing in fixed income securities and deposits with maximum remaining term to maturity of up to 1 year. No? So you can see here no yung top holdings ng Manulife Money Market Fund, you can see mga BSP bills, no? So you see their allocation. So I think na these are treasury bills. So in terms of the risk spectrum, nasa low risk side siya. And I think nakikita din yan siya sa performance, no? Price performance ng fund. Kasi this is the 1 year chart of the performance of this top performing fund right now. And nakikita mo na ano talaga, no? Parang there's only small volatility. No? Meron pa rin nakikitang volatility pero parang ano siya, no? I think you'll agree with me, it's going up slowly and steadily, no? Kaya siya medyo considered siya as a low risk na investment option, good parking facility if you want to make it earn a bit, no? Than what you usually get sa other na mga instruments, no? Na pang parking facility siya. Now, another thing that I'd like to share with you, for example, if nakakatanggap kayo ng dividends from your stocks, okay, that's credited to your FirstMetroSec account. Now, if you will be reinvesting that, pwede din. You can choose naman na stock that you'd like. Pero what if wala ka pang gustong paglagyan? Wala ka pang nakikitang opportunity to reinvest that dividend? So you might as well put it in your preferred money market pooled fund. And again, marami sa FirstMetroSec platform. These are the top 5 as of September 30 year to date. So pwede ka pumili, no? Para at least you let your money grow while waiting for opportunities to redeploy those dividends earned into other investment alternatives. So that's one way for you to make the most out of our platform. Kasi again, you have stocks, you have FundSmart for the pooled funds, then you can take advantage of it. No? And these pooled funds, some of them have a very short holding period, some of them 7 days, pero yung iba dyan have zero holding period. So tingnan nyo na lang po yung individual funds na better fit for your personal needs. No? So yun. I hope you'll be able to make the most of the money market funds as a parking facility, no? Para kumita yung pera nyo while waiting for opportunities for reinvestment. Okay? So, ayan. So, that's for conservative investors. Now, let's move forward for those na moderately conservative investors. So, for those type of investors, the better fit, no, the appropriate investment match for you would be bond pooled funds. Again, pooled funds that are invested in bonds. So, when it comes to bond funds, they are usually invested in government and corporate bonds. And that's the reason why pag naka-invest tayo sa mga bond fund, it can provide stability and moderate income to our portfolio. No? So for example, these are the top performing bond funds right now. Again, all of these are available through the FirstMetroSec FundSmart na platform. So ito yung mga going na returns year to date as of September 30. So top performing is si PhilAm Managed Income Fund at 5.36%. So makikita nyo rin, here's the sample na performance price chart. I think kung bond funds, better to look at the 3-year na performance kasi ganun naman talaga usually ang range, no, time frame of this investment asset class. No? So yan, that's the performance. And as I mentioned, depende yan ha. Again, different investment or fund providers or different fund managers have different strategies. In this case lang for PhilAm Managed Income Fund, naka-invest siya 40% in government bonds, 38% in corporate bonds. So medyo ano siya, balance siya, may exposure siya both government and corporate bonds. And it has 20% in cash and cash equivalent. So as I mentioned, yung pooled funds, it can either be a combination. No? As long as, in this case, kung bond fund siya, naka-ano lang siya, depende sa strategy ng fund manager. And again, I just like to highlight itong managed income fund ni PhilAm, yung investment objective niya is to achieve capital appreciation with returns and inflows derived out of investments in short-term fixed income and money market instruments. So again, different managers, different bond funds will have different strategy. Hanapin nyo na lang po ano yung best fit for your specific investment goals. All right? So that's your bond fund. But before I proceed to the next type of mutual fund, I just like to highlight na I think right now in this period, 'di ba, napapansin ninyo that interest rates are seems to be falling, no? Nag-slash si BSP ng interest rates recently. And theoretically, no, yung interest rates may inverse relationship po siya sa bond prices. Okay, so if interest rates are falling, inverse relationship, bond prices tend to increase. Now, I'm highlighting this theory because most of these bond funds are actually mark to market. Ibig sabihin kung ano yung bond prices niya, if the bond prices go up, then the value of the net asset value of that fund tends to go up as well. But again, depende yan siya ha, sa strategy ng manager. So, hanap kayo nung you think will be better for you. Okay? So, sinasabi ko lang to because I think there's going to be an impact if interest rates are expected to go down, lalo na yung inflation natin, di ba? Parang nasa 1.9% yung last month. So, baka, no? Ang tanong na lang kasi ngayon, nagsimula na mag-cut yung BSP. The question now is, how deep will the cuts go? So, siguro if you have bond funds, siguro you can wait for the bond funds to the interest rates to bottom, then yun natin ma-maximize natin tong theory na to. Okay? So, ayan. So I hope that's insightful for you when it comes to bond funds. Okay? So, next, tapos na po tayo sa moderately conservative na investors. Now, how about for aggressive investors? No? So, for aggressive investors, equity mutual funds are probably appropriate for you. So, again, itong equity funds are invested in various stocks. And depende po sa purpose ng fund, relatively highest risk ang stocks. No? You know, I think we've covered that sa Investment 101 na since invested to siya sa stocks, it has the highest risk, but over the long term, this can give the highest potential return. Okay? So it's always there's going to be a trade-off. So these funds, depende sa strategy ng manager. May mga funds that are specific for growth. May ibang fund na for dividend yield. Yung iba, simple lang, very tinatrack lang nila yung performance ng index. So again, let's find the fund that's best suited to our needs, ano yung comfortable tayo sa risk level natin. Now, ito, right now, these are the equity funds, the top performing. Imagine, for example, top performing si BPI Invest PH Infrastructure Equity Index. So again, available po to siya sa FirstMetroSec platform. So I hope, congratulations for those who have this kasi imagine 31% sila year to date. No? So, swerte, no? Or good job if meron kayong ganito, no? Kasi medyo mataas yung up niya, top performing right now. But there are also others here and I think I'm going to highlight it as well. Actually, may mapapansin kayo dito. There are actually Metrobank na UITFs na nakikita nyo dito. Again, nakikita yan siya sa platform, pero if you're going to subscribe to those funds, we're going to redirect you to the nearest branch ninyo or doon sa branch of preference ninyo. But again, nakikita yung info dyan just in case gusto nyo matingnan. But if you're going to invest sa mga Metrobank UITFs, please do that sa respective branches ninyo. Now, we will be redirecting you there. All right? Now, again, for example, you have here another one, si Manulife India Equity Feeder Fund. So for example, you're the type of person who like to explore other markets like India. At least within the FundSmart platform, you're able to do that. No? Kasi nga, may mga funds here that are invested in other markets. In this case, one of the top performing is the India Equity Feeder Fund. Okay? And another one, si Atram Alpha Opportunity Fund. I think ito lalo na sa mga high risk investors, it's called Alpha Opportunity because different din yung strategy niya. It's a little bit more aggressive, no? So you can look at the fund profile niya para malaman you better. No? But right now, 23.2%. Okay? So, highlight ko lang again, the top performing right now is si BPI na Invest PH Infrastructure Equity Index. This has been the 5-year performance of that fund. I think sakto lang naman, 5 years for an equity fund. No? And you can see as well the top holdings here. Saan siya naka-invest? So you can see there ICT, AEV, PLDT, Meralco, Globe, Aboitiz, MPI. No? So again, nakikita nyo rin saan naka-invest. No? So for those of you who are asking, even though you are passively investing via a pooled fund, pero pwede bang makita saan sila naka-invest? The answer to that is yes. You can see that's a top holdings. But usually dito, yung top 10 yung pinapakita nila. And medyo malaki naman yung portion nito. Kasi even these top 4 are already 26, 40, 50, more than 50% na yung allocation niya in these 4. So medyo mali, konti-konti na lang yung iba. Alright, even fund allocation, pwede nyo po yan tingnan at your convenient time. So yun, no, for me, it's very exciting, no, na in a sense na it's all in one platform na you can consolidate na whether mas gusto nyo mag-invest in these types of funds na hindi nyo na, you'll get to keep the relationship within the Metrobank group kasi again, accessible naman siya. These funds are accessible and very convenient siya na if ito yung gusto mo for this period of time because you see potential in it, then you can simply subscribe to those funds or alternatively, if you'd like to take profits na or redeem, pwede na rin. And it's just in your FirstMetroSec platform. Alright? Yan. Now, let's dial things down, no? Let's go for moderate investors. No, syempre hindi naman lahat very aggressive na full on equity. Not all din naman are moderately conservative lang, no? Some of them would like to combine the stability of your bonds and the growth potential of stocks. And right now, these are what we call your balance funds, no? So balance funds, they usually have a mix between bonds and stocks. And these are the top performing funds right now. And we're happy to see, no, our sister company, si First Metro, they have a First Metro Save and Learn na mga funds. And sa balance fund category, their Focus Dynamic Fund is the top performing, no, 19.33% year to date as of September 30. So as you can see, this is how it has moved over the 5-year period, and it's allocated as such. Now, I just want to share no yung investment objective ng uh, uh, First Metro Save and Learn Focus Dynamic Fund. It's very unique fund because it seeks long-term capital appreciation. They do that by investing both in equities and in debt securities or bonds, pero meron silang tactical asset allocation approach. So ibig sabihin, they have the ability to switch between equities and bonds, and as long as it's just within the permitted allocation ng SEC, no, I think they have a very wide range of the permitted allocation. They actually change the percentage of their allocation depending on the economic condition. So again, it's a tactical approach, no? And I think because of that reason, they are the top performers as of this moment, no, doon sa year-to-date performance nila. Okay? So, but again, there are also other funds out there that you can consider. Top performing din naman sila. Again, parang yung si First MetroSec is giving you, parang supermarket siya na lahat dyan is available. Pero when you enter that supermarket, you have your own cart, you get what you need. Na, 'di ba? Para sa pumapasok tayo sa supermarket, hindi naman lahat binibili natin. Iba-iba naman yung mga needs natin, no, sa mga pagkain or whatnot, no. So we only get what we need, ano yung fit para sa atin. So I hope you take advantage of that, no, kasi I think we're one of the few brokers that have this kind of feature. Okay? So technically, yun yung mga different types of funds. You have money market fund, you have bond fund, you have equity fund, and you also have balanced fund. Now, but recently, there are also investors who are actually looking for periodic cash flows. Okay? And I'd like to introduce in this webinar, we actually have available na mga income-paying pooled funds. Okay? So, ano po ba tong income-paying pooled funds? So, income-paying pooled funds are actually funds that are designed to give periodic cash flows. No? As you can see, some of them give quarterly, some of them give monthly, and some of them actually give semi-annual or even annually. So, different funds have different parang periodic payments, kumbaga, 'di ba? So these funds, it's designed to give parang periodic cash flows depende how they design the fund, 'di ba? And right now, again, medyo mouthful yung numbers dito, but right now these are the top performing the top performing in terms of the income that's given out, no? So mapapansin niyo there's a term here ADY. That's actually your annualized distribution yields as of the latest available report in our First MetroSec platform. And these are the funds that are giving out the highest, no, na annualized distribution yields, no. So you currently, the top ones have actually more than 5% or 6% na annualized distribution yields. And again, those are not fixed because we're talking about investments. These are nagva-vary siya periodically depende sa how much you're going to give out in that specific period. So siguro for an example, para clear, you can see here for Atram Global Multi-Asset Income Feeder Fund, they're actually giving out income monthly. And you can see here their income distribution information. They gave out last March, April, May, June, and July. So we actually see here that they are giving out monthly. And each of the months, no, they have different payout rates. Now, it depends on the performance of the fund, and it's not fixed. So that's why, no, because of that, you can see here the annualized distribution yield, and you can see there as well that it's varying month in, month out. No? So again, it's not fixed. It really depends on the performance of the fund. But as of this moment, ito po yung latest na available report on their platform, and we can see there that usually it's more than 6%. Okay? So that is what history is telling us right now. So yan, again, for your appreciation lang of the income paying funds. Now, its design is to be like that. But again, the money that is invested is also distributed to equities. Again, you can see there multi-asset. Ibig sabihin yan, usually it's distributed in stocks and in bonds. Since it's multi-asset, it's not just invested in the Philippines, it's invested globally. Now, right now, I think the top uh, top ones are actually giving our global na mga funds. No? So that's something exciting as well, that you get the ability to invest in the global market. Now, since it's invested, usually may ano din siya. You can not only can you earn from the periodic cash flows or from the income paid out to you, but actually you can also sell your shares if the price has appreciated over time. As you can see, here are the year-to-date performance as of October 8, 2024. See ATR, GMIP, on top of what you're getting, you get year-to-date performance of 4.9%. Again, nagva-vary siya depende sa strategy. Some 8% ang performance, so on and so forth. So parang it's hitting two birds with one stone. And I think this is appropriate for people who prefers to have cash flow. No? So because by design, ganun po talaga yung mga funds na yun. Okay? So I hope I was able to share that to you and I explained it clearly. Okay? Yeah. Now, those are the different type of funds that's currently available through FundSmart, and that's well within FirstMetroSec platform. And I just like to share with you, if you're going to invest in any of these investment funds, and if you're going to do it through FirstMetroSec, you can make the most out of your hard-earned money. Because when you invest in traditional channels, they usually charge up to 2% sales load. No? If you go through the traditional channels, they usually have that. So what does that mean? If you're going to invest 5,000 pesos worth, 2% of that is 100 pesos, so that will be deducted. So that means only 4,900 will be invested. But when you're going to invest through FundSmart, since you did it yourself, I think the value naman of the service of the traditional channels is that they are able to guide you. They're going to go through the process with you, help you to find your appropriate investment match. That's the service. That's why there's a sales charge. But since if you're going to do it in FirstMetroSec, wherein you have the platform, you access it, you research it on your own, it has a somewhat of a do-it-yourself theme. And since you did it yourself, parang there's no reason to get sales charge. Okay, so we have a zero sales charge feature in FundSmart. So imagine if you're going to invest 5,000 pesos, since there's no sales charge, the whole 5,000 pesos will be invested. Now imagine how much you're going to save if you're going to invest regularly and over the long term. Diba? So pa 2%, 2% lang yan, but that's going to eat a lot of your gains, diba? But here in FirstMetroSec, you get to invest all, diba? Kasi no sales charge. Now, I personally recommend that if you're going to invest in funds, it's better to have a long-term approach. And you might be asking, what's a simple strategy that's easy to implement if you're going to invest for the long term? And for this, I'm going to talk about peso cost averaging, wherein all you need to do is to invest a fixed amount at regular intervals regardless of the market trend. And depende po sa inyo, you can do this either twice or once a month. And ang importante lang po dito, you do it on a consistent basis. Right? Warren Buffett even said, diba, if I remember it correctly, if you invest in a low-cost index fund where you don't put money in one time, but average in over 10 years, you'll do better than 90% of people who started investing at the same time. Kasi di ba may mga ibang tao ganun sila mag-isip, like if you're going to, let's say I have 10,000 pesos or 100,000 pesos. Will it be better if I invest now tapos buy and hold? Again, you can do that, pero ang challenge there is that okay lang if umangat siya, mababa yung bili mo, pero what if nakabili ka at a high price? So ibig sabihin yan, it might take some time to recover. Whereas you can take advantage naman of the swings of the market, na what you're going to do, yung money na i-invest mo, you split that up, then you get to take advantage of the swings. If the price goes up, then you can still participate, but you will only be getting small number of shares. compared if you're able to buy when the market is low. Because when you're able to participate there for the same amount of money, you get to buy more shares. No? And over time, if you're going to do that over the long term, you'll be able to acquire more shares at a much lower price. No? Because mas marami ka nabili at much lower prices than when it was higher. Again, this is for a long-term investment approach. No? Now, um, if you're going to apply this in the daily life, no, actually yung peso cost averaging, you can think about it like your regular na mga deductions. Now later I'll talk about that. Now, this no PCA or peso cost averaging might sound easy to execute, no? Parang ang dali lang siyang i-discuss, 'di ba? Pero if you're like me who often forgets stuff, it will be very challenging to maintain the discipline consistently. Yun naman talaga yung pinaka-challenge, discipline and consistency. Now, this leads me to my second step on how to effortlessly build wealth. That is to automate investing. And you can actually do this by enrolling in FirstMetroSec voluntary investment program. And again, in the theme of saving yourself time, effort, and money in growing your portfolio, you can actually automatically invest in pooled funds through our voluntary investment program. And you can start this again, depende po sa pag-i-investan ninyo because there are funds out there na the minimum is 5,000 pero meron din funds na 1,000. So depende po ano yung pipiliin nyo, yun po yung magdidictate what's your minimum in order to avail of this voluntary invested program. Now, to set up your VIP, all you need to do is to decide on three things. Number one, how much you're going to invest. Number two, how frequently you'd like to invest. And number three, where do you want to invest? Now, ang mangyayari lang dito, what you want to do lang is to automatically, no, or you can just fund your FirstMetroSec account regularly. And ang gagawin ni FirstMetroSec dyan, when you avail of this service na ma-automate yung investing process mo, we will automatically deduct what you have instructed from your buying power on the frequency that you have mentioned. No, usually yan 15th or 30th of the month. Now, I just like to highlight that if you're going to automate the process, it ensures na you won't forget it. And when you do this, it makes your investing experience hassle-free. And ako, I can personally attest to this. I think this is really the key to effortlessly build wealth. You just want to just regularly invest. Personally, I think about it like my deductions in SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. Diba? It's automatically deducted, pero hindi mo napapansin, lumalaki na pala yung contributions mo over time. Then, yun, since it's automatically deducted, then it's parang forced saving siya or forced investment siya. And I think when you do that, you are actually setting yourself up for success when it comes to finances because if nauna na po natanggal yung savings and investments natin, you're technically setting up to be living on less than what you earn. No? Kasi nga, natatanggalan na siya for savings investments, then you only spend what is left. No? Kaysa baliktad na tipong kung ano yung matitira, yun yung isi-save and invest. So, usually challenging siya because of our emotional aspects when it comes to spending money. Okay? Now, our voluntary investment program is designed to help you save time and effort in growing your portfolio. And you don't have to post subscribe orders or buy orders if you're going to get FMETF. Investment can also be sold or redeemed anytime since you have access to your platform. So you get to do that by yourself as well later. And just in case you were not able to fund your account in advance before your scheduled investment date, and there will be no penalties. Syempre, on our end, we cannot execute if you don't have available cash for your instruction to automatically invest. All right? Now, for appreciation, let's try to put that into action. We have here two young guys. We have Paul and Mark, and they want to prepare for their retirement. And that will be 30 years from now. Si Paul, he decided to start investing today despite being new at his job, just an entry level. But Mark decided to do it 10 years later. because he said, I'll invest later if I already get higher salary, if I have more money, because I think the more money I invest, even at a later date, will still be okay. Since Paul was still new to the company, he can only afford to invest 1,500 pesos. And after 10 years, Mark, as he predicted, was actually promoted and received annual salary increases. So he said he can already afford to invest 3,000 pesos per month. They both decided to automatically invest through a index fund via the voluntary investment program of FirstMetroSec. Now, since Mark invested more per month, he was able to accumulate 720,000 pesos. Paul was only able to contribute a total of 540,000 pesos. So, total contributions of Paul is much less than what Mark has contributed. Now, upon reaching retirement, assuming a 8% compound annual growth rate, the projected portfolio value of Mark will be around 1.7 million pesos. And that's not bad because Mark was actually able to make his money work for him since his 720,000 became 1.7 million pesos. But on the other hand, the projected portfolio value of Paul will be around 2.1 million pesos. And when you think about it, it seems counterintuitive since Mark invested more money than Paul, right? Because sometimes we think na we don't feel yung paunti-unti nating investment because we feel if I'm going to invest 1.5, if it's going to rise by 10%, that's just 150 pesos. So paminsan hinihintay natin na mas malaki yung pera natin, sabihin natin we already have 100,000, doon pa tayo mag-i-invest kasi pag umangat siya ng 10%, that is 10,000 pesos. And we think 10,000 pesos is better than 1.5. But from this example, we clearly see that it's really not about the money that you have investment, though tama, no? It can help you. But the real best friend of investing is actually time. Now, in this case, Paul was able to grow his money more because he started earlier than Mark. And that leads me to my third and final step on how to effortlessly build wealth. That is to start early. Now, when it comes to investing, time is gold. And it's okay to start small as long as you start as early as possible. Okay, so I hope this example opened our eyes that having more money is good, no? But parang mas makakatulong if we invest longer. Okay? So, yun. So, I hope you get to appreciate that. In my experience, I learned about this stuff at age 25, no? So, when I learned about this stuff, parang I studied it, I appreciated it, and I took action because I know how it can help my financial future. But after learning about this stuff, no, I wish that someone taught me this at an earlier age. So that's why when people invite me to their universities, I try as much possible to really offer time and guidance to them kasi nga I know the value of time when it comes to investing. No? So yun, hopefully the next generation, no? Hindi ko na, I cannot change already when I started, but I hope the next generation will be able to start earlier and they can maximize what the market is able to offer them over the long period of time. No? But isang challenge po talaga dito is that sometimes people don't have the patience to wait for a long period of time. Na no, so that's another element and an emotional bias, no? But you can see examples there like Warren Buffett. The reason why he actually was able to amass a lot of wealth is because the time that he has actually invested. Imagine he started at age 11. The growth of his assets were not that fast, no, but it really just skyrocketed, no, beyond his retirement years already. So isang element there is their age, no, the how long they were able to invest. And yun naman talaga, that's the correct match for investment in stocks. It's a long-term investment, and the longer you invest, the better are the probabilities that you'll be able to make the most of what it can offer us. All right. Now, should you decide to invest in the future, we would like to let you know that with FirstMetroSec, you only need one account for all your investment needs. You can gain access to your portfolio using your desktop, laptop, tablets, and even mobile phones. Now, with your FirstMetroSec account, you can trade PSE stocks, real estate investment trust, exchange-traded funds, invest in mutual funds, unit investment trust funds, and even bonds. Again, we are trying to become an all-in-one investment platform. So I hope you really take advantage of this because you can do a lot of things with your First Metrosec account and with the convenience that you can see all your investments in one platform. And we're actually doing pretty well. We have received multiple awards and global recognitions. Through the years, we were awarded to be the best broker domestically. We are also awarded as the most innovative online trading mobile app, the best new online trading platform, even the best one-stop shop solutions for leading funds, among others. So again, we'd like to thank our clients for the support. We have not gotten these awards if not for your commendations and your good experience with our services. Now, if you'd like to experience our brand of service, you can open an account by downloading the First MetroSec Go mobile app. You can do this from your Google Play or Apple App Store, and you just need to click sign up now. Then you just need to complete the online registration form, upload the required documents, which are actually a government issued ID, proof of address, proof of bank account, 3 signatures with your ID, and the initial funding of just 1,000 pesos. So imagine you get to open an all-in-one investment account for as low as 1,000 pesos. And that 1,000 pesos, you can already invest in your preferred pooled fund. No? Kasi many of them, the minimum is just 1,000 pesos. Now, if you want a faster process of your account opening application, when they ask you how did you learn about us, please use the seminar code FUNDS101 so we will know that you came from this webinar. Now, to recap, here's how you and I can actually effortlessly build wealth. No? I hope Pooled Funds has made investing easy and hassle-free. So number one, outsource investing. I think this is very significant if you're just a beginner, you're still learning how to do it on your own, you can outsource your investing, no? Just to get it started. Now, you can do this by allowing professionals what they do best through different pooled funds, be it a mutual fund or UITF. And all of these are available in your First Metro Securities platform via FundSmart. Again, that's our one-stop shop for investment funds. Then once you are able to do that, number two, I hope you will consider automating your investment process. So you can do this via our voluntary investment program. You just choose your preferred pooled fund that you like to regularly invest in, and I hope that can help you as much as it has helped me. Okay? And third, and most importantly, I hope you consider to start investing as early as possible. Because again, when it comes to investing, time is gold. It's okay to start small as long as you start as early as possible. So I hope you learned a lot from this webinar. If you'd like to learn more, you can also invite us for a exclusive tailor-made, customized learning programs and or briefings, depende for your company, school, organization, or a small group of clients. Simply scan the QR code or send us a formal invitation at marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph. All right, and I'd like to invite you. This is not our last event for the month. We actually have more webinars upcoming. I think the next one would be navigation session, First MetroSec Investors Guide, First MetroSec Go app navigation. So if you're using the mobile app and you want to learn more how to use it, maximize its potential, you can attend that webinar. And more webinars we have upcoming. So you just go to our Facebook page so you can sign up in the upcoming sessions. All right. And we can, now we have offices. By the way, if you're not aware, we have offices in Manila, Cebu, and in Davao. So feel free to visit us. Yeah, let us know, and hopefully we can serve you in person. But online works, you can also do this via our customer service email. And if you want to learn more about us, you can follow us in various social media channels from Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, X, and then YouTube. Just search for the handle at FirstMetroSec or scan this QR code for the links to our sessions. All right. And lastly, I'd like to hear your feedback. So again, this is very helpful for us to know how we can improve our services, or maybe know how we did well, so we can continue doing that for you. So please scan this QR code for the feedback form. And again, if you're going to open an account with First MetroSec, please use the code funds101. All right. So with that, I open the floor for Q&A. Okay, meron po ba? Ayan, I see 3 questions here. Let me check that. All right, hold on. Okay, we have here a question from an anonymous attendee. Hold on, let me drink some water. All right. So here's a question from an anonymous attendee. Which funds in FMS are equities that give dividends? At the same time, the name of the fund. So um, I'll have to do further digging, because I think the income paying funds, I think you're referring to the income paying funds, because you're looking at something that's giving dividends or income or regular cash flow. I think most of them are actually from balanced funds. No, some of them are also from bond funds. See, probably those who give dividends are actually, I think some of them are preferreds, those who have preferred shares. Maybe I can share uh, later, no, yung list ng ano namin, ng mga income paying funds. But I think there are some funds there na exposed to preferred shares that's also income paying. Okay? But yun lang, you might expect na based from what you saw kanina, baka lower yung annualized distribution yields nila, because hindi sila nakita dun sa top 5, no, when it comes to annualized distribution yield. So yung mga top are usually global multi-asset income funds. So yeah. Next, would it be already good diversification to invest in this equity fund with dividends and another one like a balanced fund, or I need to diversify more? So I think if you invest in a certain fund, that's already good diversification, because you're not just exposing your money to just one bond or one stock. You're actually invested in many of the underlying securities. So if you're going to have a good mix, I think a balanced fund approach might be better if you're considering that, because a balanced fund has exposure both to stocks and equities. Okay? So again, if you'd like to add more diversification, pwede naman mix. Meron kang equity fund, meron kang balance fund. So, yun, it really depends on how those funds will be able to address your investment needs. Okay? Yeah. All right. So I think I answered those questions already. All right. Here's another question from anonymous attendee. What are the fees when we invest in funds with FMS? Okay. So again, there's no sales load. So when you invest 10,000, the full 10,000 or 1,000 pesos will be invested. But when it comes to fees, of course, there will be, number one, since these are professionally managed, there's going to be a management fee. All right. But that management fee are from the fund providers or the fund, the portfolio managers or the fund providers. You can see that in your FirstMetroSec platform. You can see the management fee. But actually, the management fee is already imputed on the net asset value per unit or per share of the pooled fund. So what you see, the NAV that you see there is already imputed with the management fee. So net na, it's called net asset value for that reason. Okay. Now, another thing that you might note as well when it comes to fees is that different funds would have different holding periods. Some funds, usually equity funds, have 180 days holding period. Bond funds usually have 90 days holding period. Money market funds usually have 7 days holding period. But again, it differs from one fund to another. So you can just check them out. Now, when these funds that you're going to invest in have holding periods, sometimes they have this early redemption fee. So that means if you're going to redeem your shares before that minimum holding period, then you will be incurring that fees when you sell or redeem your shares. But so that means you have to be mindful if you're selling more than the holding period so that you will not incur early redemption fee. Now, the good thing here is that not all funds have early redemption fees. Some of them have either waived them or they have actually have a feature called the zero holding period. So some of the funds there have zero holding periods. So if you come across those funds, you can technically buy today, sell tomorrow, no early redemption fee there. Okay? So yeah, I think that's the two major fees that you have to be aware of. Number one, the management fee, which is already imputed on the price of the pooled fund. And number two, the early redemption fee. Okay, I think I answered that question already. Ayan. Here's another question. Hello sir, anong equity fund sa FMS yung parang MP2 na nagko-compound yung interest or gains? Yan. So again, check out the funds if they are income paying. You can actually check them doon sa uh, key kids nila, no? So key information, key investment information disclosure sheet nila or mga fund fact sheet for mutual funds. You can actually check there if they are income paying. Okay? And yan. So yung tipong nagko-compound siya, I think different siya kasi when you get those regular dividends or regular income from those funds, you receive that as cash on your FirstMetroSec portfolio. So if you want to reinvest those back to the fund, then you can just do that no by subscribing again to that fund. So but in that regard, it's medyo manual pa for now. So not like your MP2 that you have the option to parang auto compound it, no? So yan. So for now manual, when you receive it to your buying power in FirstMetroSec, you can reinvest as you deem fit, no? Depende sa gusto ninyo. Yan. If you're referring to something that can compound, yun, as I mentioned kanina, you can consider peso cost averaging. I know you're trading, but the peso cost averaging is something you do passively. With the, you want to invest regularly over a long period of time. And in that sense, no, technically, it still compounds in a sense na over time, no? Lumalago yung investment ninyo, yung kinikita mo year in, year out, it has some element of compounding, no? That's why it's said, may naka-mention doon, no? Compound annual growth rate. So, parang ganun siya. But yung from the dividend or from the income payouts or dividends from the fund, medyo manual pa yung reinvestment process niya. Okay? So, I think I answered that question. Here's another question. What top pooled funds invested in the US high dividend stocks po? So, ito na po yung part wherein, I think right now we have 100 plus, no? Probably close to 200 pooled funds available in the platform. You can actually filter out naman kasi most of the fund names, if you're looking at US stocks, then you can just filter sa mga equity funds. Okay? And different fund providers, sometimes they have high dividend oriented na mga pooled funds, then you can see it naman doon sa name ng fund. No, but for now, uh, nothing comes top of mind no na US high dividend stocks. No, but again, you can try to search something na alternative within the platform. All right. So, yan. So, yan. I'll go to the next question. Okay ba yung mutual fund na Manulife American Growth EQ Feeder Fund? So, by the way, no, Manulife, I think they are UITFs, no, not mutual fund. Sa soul nila, no, at its core, there are both pooled funds, but mutual funds are regulated by SEC. UITFs are regulated by BSP, and I think Manulife is UITF, so regulated by BSP. So, yun lang, ano lang, technical lang, comment lang. So, Manulife American Growth EQ Feeder Fund. So, for this, in as much as I'd like to give you an answer, no, kasi again, it's more about personalizing it, tailor fitting it for you, no? So, by the way, I'll just recommend na lang to the anonymous attendee, no, who asked if okay ba yung Manulife American Growth Feeder Fund. I recommend two steps for you po. No, anonymous kasi siya, so I don't know the name. So number one, try to check our upcoming webinars, no, if meron tayong related to Manulife, no, kasi paminsan we collaborate with them, so they discuss their fund. They might be able to explain it better to you, no, yung specific Manulife American Growth Feeder, equity feeder na fund nila, no? Or number two, you can actually check through the platform. May fund profile po doon. You can check that. Check mo if fit ba siya sa'yo, yung investment strategy niya. Kasi you can check that out doon sa available sheet sa platform, or in this case, KIDS ata yung tawag sa kanila, KIIDS, no? Para investment disclosure nila. So you can check that out there to check if that's something na okay for you. Kasi at the end of the day, ang question talaga dyan, if that fund is fit for you. Okay? So I cannot give a general recommendation na what can be okay for you might not be okay for some. So yun sir, for this anonymous attendee, I'll open this as well. No, I'll take this opportunity. We can actually have an online na consultation or meeting, no, to check no if fit ba talaga yung sinasabi mo na UITF to your personal na investment needs. So sir or ma'am, whoever is asking the question, you can scan this QR code and you can book a parang one-on-one meeting with me so we can discuss further. So, yan. Okay? So let me check. Some of you nandito po sa chat box. I'll try to check. Sana walang natabunan. Hold on. Ah, yan. Here's another question sa chat box. Kailan po ba magkakaroon ng FundSmart sa FirstMetroSec mobile app? Yes, no, tama yung observation ninyo. Coming soon pa po yung nakalagay. So for now, again, we're still inching no to better serve you. So for now, hindi pa po siya available sa mobile app. You can access FundSmart doon po sa website namin. So when you log in, we have 3 websites. You can go to our classic. Pero right now, I recommend you use the My na platform, my.firstmetrosec.com.ph, no? So or sa Pro, accessible din yun siya sa ang FundSmart doon. So when you log in, you just go to the top right, merong portion doon na funds, then that's where you find FundSmart. So if you're going to subscribe or redeem via the website talaga siya, but nakikita din siya sa mobile app. But yun lang, the subscription and the redemption of the shares should be done sa website. Okay, so I hope I answered that question. Here's a question, no? Sir, kailangan pa po ng AMLC sa FirstMetroSec mag-register? Again, we are covered by, I mean, AMLC. So, yung mga AMLC rules and regulations applies to First MetroSec as well. Same goes to clients. So, their rules and regulations apply to us kasi nasa financial services kami. So, yeah. Yes, no. So again, please bear with us. Uh, may nag-mention kasi dito na even before pandemic, coming soon pa po siya. Again, please do bear with us. We're trying to serve you better, but yun, hold out lang po muna, but we will get there. It's mentioned na coming soon because it's coming soon. But yun lang, again, we have a lot of internal arrangements on how to apply that. So ano lang, please keep posted sa Facebook page namin or social media to know for updates on that. All right. Thank you for your patience po in advance. Another question here, available po ba to sa app? Again, for now, you cannot subscribe or redeem via the app, but you can view your pooled funds there if you have holdings sa app. If you want to subscribe or redeem or research the funds, you have to go through the website. Same login lang naman credentials ang gagamitin ninyo. All right. Ay, sige. May nagka-question po dito, no? Where to see this again? So maybe I'll take this opportunity to uh, walk you through na lang, no? I think I can walk you through. Hold on, let me just pull out my browser. All right. I'm sharing my screen already dun sa browser. I think you're seeing this right now. So again, you just need to log in using your same login credentials from your mobile app ba yan or sa website, no? So same lang po. When you log in, you can see FundSmart here, top right. You go to funds. Now you see here stocks, funds account. You click funds. When you click funds, you'll be redirected to the FundSmart platform. So yan, available. Diyan, you can explore there. No, parang it's a buffet of pooled funds. Okay? So, if you'd like to invest, for example, may napili po kayo, hanap lang po tayo ng random. Let's say, ito. Let's say you're interested to learn more about ELFM Peso Global Multi-Asset. You can just click on that fund. Lalabas po dito yung fund profile. You'll see all the relevant information there from the minimum investment to the minimum holding period, the management fee, the performance of the fund, where they are invested, the fund allocation. Again, you can research the funds here. So, yan. So, if you want to subscribe to or invest in these funds, you click subscribe button here on the top right. Pero bandang middle na siya. No? So, when you click subscribe, it's going to go through an ordering system. You just indicate the amount you're going to invest. Okay? So, yun. You just have to subscribe or redeem. Same process lang po. Ayan, no? So, there's a question here. Hindi po sa app. Saan po siya ma-access? Yes, I showed you already. Website po. So, same login credentials. You can access through our various websites. Here's another similar question. Ano daw, nag-required din ba AMLC certificate si FirstMetroSec register? Hindi naman po, we're not requiring you to get AMLC certificate. I'm not sure how you get that, no? But again, rules and regulations ng AMLC applies to us because we are in the financial service industry, that is to protect, no, and make sure we have a clean, no, clean financial industry. Okay, but again, we don't require you to upload AMLC certificate as part of your account opening process. All right. There's a question here. How long is the application processing time if walang nilagay na code? Ayan. So, again, yung normal, if kompleto po yung documentary requirements ninyo, you were able to complete the process, usual na turnaround time namin to activate your account is 2 to 3 business days. Okay? Ayun. I think I was able to cover all the questions. Okay, meron pa bang humabol? Parang dumami yung chat. Okay, hold on. Thank you again. Thank you again as also for attending. All right. Ayan. There's a question here about a stock related but maybe not the webinar to address that question. But yun, we think si RCR is part of our top picks na kasama siya doon sa policy policy cuts and triple R cuts beneficiaries, no, in terms of REITs. Okay? But yeah, maybe in another webinar to expound more. Here's another question from anonymous attendee. Available din po ba yung Metrobank QITF sa platform? Again, as I mentioned kanina po, you can view Metrobank QITFs on our platform. But if you're going to subscribe to those pooled funds ni Metrobank QITF, we're going to redirect you to your nearest Metrobank branch. So doon po talaga. For Metrobank QITFs, you get that sa branch ninyo or sa nearest Metrobank branch in your area. Okay? Yeah. Yan, please show also how to set up VIP. So, yung voluntary investment program, again, you just need to email us to let us know that you are interested to avail of that. You just need to fill out forms. So, siguro, you can go to Help Center. Tapos, you go to Voluntary Investment Program. Hold on. Voluntary Investment Program. Okay. Then, yun, it gives you here guide, no? So, yan. There are steps here. Again, you just need to click here to enroll. Then, set up your regular funding arrangement sa preferred funding channel ninyo. Then, yun, there will be forms as well that will be asked from you. I think when you click here, you're going to go through this request. Okay, so yan, fill out nyo lang po ito. Tapos, yan, once done, we will be able to show you the next steps po. Okay, so I guess I was able to answer that already. Yan, thank you. Let me, balik ako dun sa chat kasi yung iba doon sila. Hold on po. Yan, I see more. I think, yan, may question again from anonymous attendee. Paano kung wala sa Pinas pero gusto mag-apply dyan sa VIP? Pwede po. Kasi again, the process is done online. Okay, so I think you can even submit the forms digitally. So, pwede. Pwede siya. So again, follow nyo lang po dito. Punta kayo sa help center namin. Siguro I'm going to drop this down doon sa chat box para you can check the link out. Okay, I'm going to, yeah, that's the link to our voluntary investment program para ma-follow nyo po yung step-by-step guide. So yan, I cannot stress enough. Malaking tulong po if na-automate natin yung investment process natin kasi it takes the emotion a bit, no, out of that equation, no, kasi paminsan baliktad yung ginagawa ng tao, no. Paminsan pag mataas na yung market, doon pa sila nag-i-invest. Pag bumabagsak yung investment nila, doon pa sila nagbebenta sa bottom, no. For some reason ganun yung isang behavioral bias or emotional bias ng tao. So I think one way to solve that, again, it's not the parang the only thing, but one way to curb or avoid that emotional biases or cycles ng tao, invest regularly. Lalo na for equity index funds, I think I hope you can consider that as a part of your strategy. Okay? Hindi lang, again, that's just part ha, kasi you can apply as well other strategies for your other goals. Okay? So, yan. Thank you so much. I think I was able to answer all of your questions, and thank you so much to the 30 people who have stayed up until the end of the webinar, and I hope you learned a lot, and see you next time, guys. Good night.